A very good evening and warm welcome to La Romareda. We have got a big game tonight at the top and bottom of La Liga Smart Bank, and it is Real Zaragoza chasing promotion, taking on Real Oviedo, battling to avoid relegation. This is the Zaragoza team as they look to bounce back into form. They've been really struggling in recent weeks. 4 games without victory, 3 losses and 1 draw in that time. So desperate to come back into winning ways. And if they do, they will climb into second place with just 2 games remaining. And they go up against this Oviedo team, who are in good form, but still dogged by relegation worries. Oviedo heading into this game with a 1-point margin on the bottom 4, but this is a game in hand on most of the teams around them, so a great opportunity for them to climb actually 5 places with a victory. This game was made even more interesting last night when Cuesca, who are currently in second place, lost against Racing Santander, and that means that they can now be leapfrogged by Zaragoza if the home team tonight can get back into winning ways. But it's Oviedo quickly on the tack and forcing a corner. Now, they've been in better form of the 2 teams, won their last game against Las Palmas on Wednesday, 2-1 that was. But it's been at home, really, that they've been strong. Away, not so much, although they did win the big Asturian derby at Sporting Gijón not so long ago. And they've got an early chance here. The corner's going to be taken by Tejera. And it's played in a little too deep. Simone Grippo unable to get on the end of it. And it runs out for, well, it would have been a throw-in, but the whistle is blown for a free kick for Zaragoza. Just to run through the teams again. Zaragoza with Cristian Alvarez in goal. Back four of Carlos Vigaray, Pichu Atienza, Enrique Clemente and Carlos Nieto. In midfield, the central two are Alberto Zapater and Inigo Eguaras, with the wingers Raul Guti and Andre Pereira. Up front for Victor Fernandez's team, it's Javi Puado and Luis Suarez, the second leading scorer in the division. 19 goals for him so far this season. Jose Angel Ziganda there, the coach of Oviedo, has named this team. Andre Lunin in goal. Back four of Juanjo Nieto, Simone Grippo, Alejandro Arribas and Bolaño. In midfield, Tejera and Luis Mi Sanchez, the midfield anchors, with Marco Sangay on the right, Edgar Barcenas on the left. And up front, two changes from the side that beat Las Palmas, with Rodri and Samuel Obeng getting the start. Ibra Balde is suspended today for Oviedo, and Ortuño only on the bench. For Zaragoza, there's only one change from their last game, which was a 1-1 draw with Tenerife in midweek, and that is Alberto Soro being suspended, so he's out. And in comes Andre Pereira on the left of midfield. That's only his first start for the club. He's in the number 8 shirt. So, the stage set for a real cracking night of football at La Romareda. One team desperate to escape the Segunda División and get back up to the top flight. The other team just hoping to stay where they are. There's a little dummy by Eguaras. And now it comes out to Andre Pereira, who's actually started on the right. Now back into defence for Pichu Atienza. The psychology is so important as well, with these teams experiencing different emotions in recent weeks. Oviedo were overjoyed when they got that win at Sporting Gijón about 3 weeks ago. But so many teams down the bottom have been picking up points, and that's continued right now with Numancia beating Ponferradina to leap above Oviedo. And so despite some wins that they've picked up, they're still down there near the bottom, only one place away from the relegation zone, Oviedo. And for Zaragoza, a few weeks ago, they looked dead set, certainties for automatic promotion. But this terrible run they're on, 3 defeats and then a draw, have allowed them to slip down the table. But then the swing back in their favour yesterday with that shock loss for Huesca at Racing Santander, are already relegated. That is what this division is like. Anyone can beat anyone. So who knows what we've got in store tonight. It's shown by the fact that there's 15 points only between them, when one team is chasing automatic promotion and the other is in danger of relegation. So a fairly cagey start, as you'd expect, given the stakes. And here's Samuel Obeng, a surprise selection up front for Oviedo, only his second start. Has been a regular off the bench, 13 sub-appearances, but as I say, only his second start, this one. And he's won the corner. Oviedo, of the two sides, probably happier with the start that they've made. So corner, swung in deep towards the far post, free header, and it's just wide. I think he hit the outside of the post. Alejandro Arribas with a great opportunity. He had a good view of it, was unmarked, that couldn't squeeze it past Christian Alvarez inside the near post. Now forward from Raul Guti for Pereira to chase. The Portuguese winger on loan from Porto, making his first start for Zaragoza. He's only had 3 brief sub-appearances before tonight, so a real shock selection with Burgi expected to get the start. Zaragoza haven't been able to find any rhythm yet. And there's the man they hope will be the danger man for Zaragoza, Luis Suarez, 22-year-old Colombian, having a fabulous season. Bolaño with the throw. Closed down by Raul Guti, gets the ball forward, and Rodri coming up a little gingerly after the collision in mid-air, but now it's Carlos Vigaray swinging it over to the left-hand side. Javi Puado sending it in, but couldn't find Luis Suarez. And Nieto can clear. Flicked on by Obeng. Looks like a 4-3-3 for Zaragoza. We were expecting a 4-4-2, but they've gone with Javi Puado, rather than playing alongside Luis Suarez in the middle. He's on the left of the 4-3-3 with Pereira on the right. Inigo Eguaras here is anchoring the midfield and dropping back in to form a third central defender, as he is at the moment. Flick on by Luis Suarez to no one in particular, and it runs through to Andre Lunin, the on loan Real Madrid goalkeeper. Neither team has really settled yet. Neither team really in control yet. Header from Alberto Zapater, who's recently returned to the team. This is only his second start. The veteran, 35 years old, the club captain. Luis Mi. Over to Arribas. Good ball inside by Bárcenas, helped out first time well to Bolaño. Now potential. Obeng with the shot, and it's saved, tipped wide by Alvarez. It was a lovely move from Oviedo. Eventually worked wide to Bolaño, and his cross for Obeng, who hit it well. Not sure if it maybe was going wide anyway. This might give us a good view. Yeah, I think it was, but the goalkeeper wasn't going to take any risks, and he clawed it wide well, Alvarez. So another corner, third of the game already for Oviedo. Oh, and another chance from the corner as Luis Mi Sanchez came flying in, but there was just enough attention from the defender to prevent him having a clear header, and he couldn't keep it on target. But in these opening 9 minutes it is Oviedo who are creating more danger. Had the chance for Arribas from the earlier corner, and then that effort from Obeng. Enrique Clemente, risky pass. Rodri helps to win it back for the visiting team, Tejera. Not enough heat on the pass, and it didn't get past Pereira. And Raul Guti now for Eguaras. Clemente, young central defender, just 21 years old, making his 17th start of the season tonight. Pichu Atienza and Raul Guti. Waits for Luis Suarez. First time ball is swung out to the right. Vigaray can't control cleanly, but it comes to Raul Guti, who sends it long, looking for Javi Puado. But the forward, who can play through the middle or on the left, on loan from Espanyol at the moment. He couldn't keep it in, behind for the goal kick. So Zaragoza yet to mount a serious goal threat. There's been a couple already from Oviedo. Another reason this game is a big one is because if Zaragoza don't win, it will mean Cádiz are promoted. They had the chance to seal their own fate in that respect yesterday, but lost at home against Fuenlabrada, filling the general narrative of the season of the top teams losing their way and seemingly no one wanting to seal promotion. So Cádiz couldn't do it for themselves last night, but if Zaragoza don't win this game, Cádiz will be up. Looks like a matter of time until that happens anyway, but could be tonight. Bárcenas. Now Tejera wide for Nieto coming forward. Looking for Sangay, but too close to Zapater. And here's Eguaras to the captain. Helped on to Nieto. A pair of Nietos going up against each other over there. Carlos Nieto, the left back for Zaragoza, and Juanjo Nieto, the right back for Oviedo. And here's a good run into the box, and it's fired across goal by Nieto, but saved at the near post by Andriy Lunin, and that was the first danger created by Zaragoza. Good run inside by Nieto, taking on the shot. That was clawed away. Victor Fernandez's team baring their teeth for the first time. See again that effort from the left back. So he scored one goal this season. He's barely missed any action. This is his 37th start. Eguaras has it taken away from him by Rodri, who was then caught by the midfielder. So free kick for Oviedo, who are looking the sharper team in the opening exchanges. Here's Juanjo Nieto. Sends across, which is going to find Bárcenas. He'll have a run at the defence. Cross coming in from Bolaño. Took a glancing touch, but only cleared as far as Sangay. Asking most of the questions, the visiting team, and here's a good run from Luismi Sanchez. Three in the middle, drilled across goal, and it's in, it's Obeng! Samuel Obeng with the opening goal, and Oviedo will feel they deserve it. They've had a good few chances in the opening 15 minutes. And Obeng, only making his second start of the season, rewards the faith of Jose Angel Ziganda by sliding home to convert a goal that could be worth so much for Oviedo in their battle against relegation. Great cross from Luismi. Right into that area that defences hate, between the back four and the goalkeeper. Nobody on the Zaragoza side could deal with it. And in slid Samuel Obeng, the Ghanaian striker, his second goal of the season. And Oviedo take the lead. You got to like their celebration as well. It was very understated, obviously delighted to be ahead, but there were a lot of serious faces. It wasn't unrestrained joy, it was a sense of, right, that's the start of the job, rather than, yes, we've done it. They know there's a long way to go. And Pereira looking to strike back immediately for Zaragoza. Sends the ball in, doesn't quite reach Luis Suarez. Now for the throw. Bigaray. Good ball, headed away by Luismi to the edge of the box. Seguaras didn't catch it cleanly, and it's well wide. Well, a goal that will have been celebrated in Huesca and Cádiz as much as it was in Oviedo, that one, because Huesca at the moment 2 points ahead of Zaragoza in second place, and there's only 2 games left after this one, and Cádiz 7 points above Zaragoza. So if it stays like this, and Zaragoza still 7 points behind the leaders, they obviously can't catch them, and that would mean promotion. Almeria could still draw level on points with Cádiz, but Cádiz have a head-to-head advantage over them. So it would only be Huesca who could overtake Cádiz. They could finish above them, but obviously Cádiz in second place in that case would still be promoted. But a long way to go. And Zaragoza with every incentive to come back, but their confidence will be fragile after their shocking recent run. 1 point from 4 games. Good turn by Puado. Looks for Bigaray. Steps inside. Well challenged by Tejera. And here's Rodri. Holds up play well. Lays it back to Tejera. Now Polanio. Back to his goalkeeper Lunin. Another lazy swing of the ball forward from Lunin. Didn't have much distance, but a miscontrol by Aguaras and a foul by Raul Guti as he tried to win it back. And it looks like Arribas is badly hurt. He's staying down, holding a delicate area. I don't think we need a close-up of the treatment here as the physio comes on. As we see the home team bench, including a famous name, Shinji Kagawa, former Manchester United and Borussia Dortmund player. And that's where Arribas got hurt. Took the ball in, yeah, you know the rest. But Victor Fernandez there, the vastly experienced Zaragoza coach, will not be happy with what he's seen so far. Arribas looks like he's recovering from his eye-watering moment. So he will return soon, but for now, Oviedo briefly down to 10 men. Luismi Sanchez has stepped back into the centre of defence to cover for Arribas. Ball up to Bárcenas. And there's a foul. Which way is the referee giving it? Because you could interpret it either way. Tejera went down under the leap of Pereira. I think the referee ruling that it was Tejera who made the offence, making a back for his opponent. First foul committed by Oviedo, that one. Nearly 20 minutes played at the Romareda. The visiting team with the advantage, which would not mathematically make them safe, but would put them in a very, very good position. With just 2 games remaining, they would climb above Numancia, Deportivo, Ponferradina and Malaga with a win tonight. If they lose, they'll still be just 1 point clear of Lugo and Albacete playing tomorrow, but Elche could even climb above them by the end of the match day and send them into the relegation zone. So there's so many permutations. But really, all Oviedo can think about is win. And they'll be not safe, but close to. Now Luis Suarez, we've not seen much of him yet, stepping inside, sending it back for the shot from Raul Guti that curls just over the top. And not a coincidence that the first time that Luis Suarez has been involved has been the most incisive piece of football from Zaragoza. Good effort from Raul Guti. Not far away at all. I'm not sure Lunin had that covered, had it been a fraction lower. Poirot controlling, finds Raul Guti. He was looking for Luis Suarez, blocked, comes to Pereira. Goes back into defence, and at the end there now. Just a sign in the last couple of minutes that Zaragoza are settling down a bit. They made a really slow start, but that goal conceded seems to have made them realise they've got a big task on their hands. They better waken up. But well won by Sangai. Oh, poor pass though from Luismi, straight to Guti. Exchanges passes with Pereira. Starting to push Oviedo further back now, the home team. Poirot, Nieto. Javi Poirot again. Kind of sustained possession and gentle pressure, but pressure nonetheless we haven't really seen until now from Zaragoza. Comes to Suarez, who gives it back to Clemente. Now Poirot. Nieto. His cross is blocked. And Rodri wins the loose ball. Oviedo with the chance to clear their line. Sangai finds Luismi Sanchez, and they work it out well, finding Bolaño in a bit of space. Important for Oviedo to be able to do this, use the ball constructively when they win it after a spell of defending, rather than force themselves into long spells of doing nothing but defending. Ball up to the goal scorer, Obeng, but he can't reach it. Bárcenas does well though. Tejera now. Sends it over to the right for Nieto. Sangai. Good possession for the visiting team here. Luismi Sanchez. Bárcenas. Obeng. Intercepted by Raul Guti, and Pereira will try to break. Can't find Suarez though. Quickly won back. And that spell of Zaragoza possession didn't last for long. It was isolated. Oviedo taking over again now. But that was rather wayward to say the least from Simone Grippo, the Swiss defender, apologising to his teammates. Bigaray with the throw. Couldn't even find a teammate with that, but Guti was onto the loose ball, and now Clemente. Zapater sees nothing forward, so keeps the ball by going back. Aguaras. Zapater. Poirot inside. He'll turn and move goalwards now. half a thought about the shot, but decided to keep the ball moving. Over to the right for Vegaray. And we're back to this sustained Zaragoza pressure now. Clemente, Puado, Oviedo looking well organised defensively. Zaragoza trying to be patient, work some space. Raul Guti. Movement from Eguaras, but then a foul by Pereira as he realised Bolaño had got ball side of him. So good defending there from Oviedo. The couple of times that they've been forced in the last few minutes to sit back, soak up pressure, they've done it well without conceding space, without allowing Zaragoza an easy route towards goal. Lunin. Nieto wins the first header. Comes out to Sangai now, who's held off the ball well by Nieto. Two good pieces of defending there by the left back. Enrique Clemente looking long for Luis Suarez, but it's too long. And all the way through to Lunin. But Luis Suarez is a very willing runner. He'll keep chasing all night, works extremely hard up front. Beng is running after this, very nearly getting there, he might still. And it is loose. Can he get it into the middle? He can't, because Alvarez, in the end, was able to charge it down and deflect it out for a throw, but he was a little slow off his line. Sailed over the head of Obeng, who almost gave up on it, but then realised the keeper wasn't coming out quickly enough. And Alvarez, a little tentative in going for the ball as well. In the end, it came off his head. As Obeng tried to lift it into the area. It would have been extremely dangerous if he'd been able to do so. Bárcenas. Tejera's going to shoot. Hits it well, and it was spilled by Alvarez and just wide. And again, a let-off for the home keeper. Two dodgy moments for him. This could easily have gone in. Coming just after he failed to deal with the long ball through the middle. Into his area, and then very nearly allowed that shot from Tejera to squirm past him. So a test of his confidence now, and maybe Oviedo will think, right, let's test this keeper, get it right under his nose. The in-swinging delivery didn't reach that far, cleared at the near post. Raul Guti will try to spring and attack now to Zaragoza. Long ball looking for Suarez. Out comes Lunin, and much more authoritative in the way he dealt with that situation, heading it out. Guti. Back to Atienza and Clemente. The youngster striding forward well, good pass, and it's looking to get back to him after the flick by Zapater, who's also claiming he was fouled on the edge of the box as he made that flick. Referee not interested, but the official Gorka Sages does blow his whistle for the drinks break. Now, Zapater claiming a foul there as he tried to back heel it into the path of the central defender, Enrique Clemente, who continued his run, but nothing doing. Instead, we head into the drinks break as the half-hour mark is reached in the opening half at La Romareda. And Oviedo have been the better side so far. They've been more incisive in attack. They've been organised in defence when they've had to be. They've created far more chances. Zaragoza have really only had two. and neither of them were clear. And look at Victor Fernandez. He looks so frustrated with his team. He's got a couple of minutes to try and put things right for these Zaragoza players. Like a timeout, isn't it, that we see in other sports already? And you can bet that Victor Fernandez was delighted to hear that whistle, so he can make these tactical points to his players who just look flat. They look low in confidence. On the other side of the tunnel, Jose Angel Piganda doing the same. Oviedo are looking more alert. There's a brightness in their eyes, an alertness to their play. It's the difference in body language is very evident. But it could all change with a goal, all could change with an equaliser. One of the oldest cliches is that goals change games. Also one of the most true. They really do. Not just in the obvious, the scoreline, but in terms of the momentum and the confidence of the two sets of players. So Zaragoza just hope they can find that equaliser from somewhere. They've got a long time to go. Eguaras. Vigaray. Pereira back to the fullback. Atienza looking for the crossfield ball, and it's not a bad one, but just too far ahead of Carlos Nieto, only about 2 yards. Anything less on it, he would have been able to control that, the left back, in a good position. Interesting balancing act for Oviedo now tactically, because they obviously don't need to take risks. They're already ahead, but they don't want to just settle it into defending for an hour. They've got to still have some attacking momentum, but for now they're forced back by Luis Suarez. Great run into the area, cuts it back, but there's no one running onto it. Now it comes out to Guti though. Solid block from Tejera. Danger still not clear. Suarez, good challenge by Bárcenas, but every time the ball comes to Luis Suarez, Zaragoza just come alive. He is the spark. It's only really twice we've seen him get into dangerous areas in the final third, but on both occasions it has been very troublesome for the Oviedo defence, as that throw-in breaks down. The loose touch from Pereira. Bolaño challenged by Pereira. Bolaño wants a free kick. And Pereira did go through him somewhat, but it's only a throw-in for Oviedo. A really enthralling game here at La Romareda. Means so much to both teams and lots of other teams. Fair to say nearly half of the teams in La Liga Smartbank have something riding on this one in the promotion race or the relegation battle. Although they haven't played particularly fluently, there have been some reasons for optimism for Zaragoza. They have shown they look capable of creating danger, especially when they get it to Suarez. Pereira down the right hasn't really seized his chance to shine on his first start. Victor Fernandez must be thinking about substitutions, potentially even at half-time if things don't change. With Burgi and Shinji Kagawa in particular, obvious attacking options for him from the bench. Cross swung in, not very well dealt with by Clemente, and by no means the first time that Zaragoza have looked nervy in defence. Basic errors being made, and it's given them a corner. Oviedo. So, another delivery from Tejera, another in-swinger. Lots of players inside the 6-yard box. It's a good ball in, it's a good header away by Atienza. Arribas able to get across him, but cleared at the near post as far as Luismi, who opens it up to Tejera. He'll get it onto his left foot. He wanted to release a shot there, but just didn't see the angle for it. Instead, the cross, surely offside against Arribas, and they're going to finish it. Well, what a save, actually. Follow-up. It's now fired in, but surely the flag's going up. Barcenas it was who put it in the back of the net, but Arribas, it's one of the most obvious offsides you're ever going to see. I know that linesmen these days wait, but really, just put the flag up there. It's very, very, very obviously offside. Zaragoza looking ill at ease. It didn't matter in the event because of that offside flag. It was a great save by Christian Alvarez to deny Rodri, and that might give him some confidence, the goalkeeper, after a couple of shaky moments a few minutes ago. So might have done him some good, that flag staying down. Raul Guti to Nieto. Zapater. Poor ball. He's not really looked up to speed, the captain. Hasn't played much football and got into the rhythm of the game. It's Pereira doing well. Nice work by Puado, who carries it on. Zapater back to Puado, miscontrolled it. Could have been an opportunity if he'd taken it cleanly. Eguaras. Wide to Bigaray. Sends in the cross. Luismi rising. They don't get it very far away. Now Sangai does. Nieto holding off Rodri. Winning it back for Zaragoza. Better from the hosts. Raul Guti. Zapater. Goes square to Eguaras. He sends it out to the left now for Nieto. Good ball. Good control. Dangerous cross. Puado lays it off. Suarez getting the shot away. He is so goal hungry. As soon as the ball drops anywhere near him, the first thought in his mind is shoot. And it was well blocked there by Tejera to send it behind for the corner, but Zaragoza stepping up the goal effort, the goal threat. Zapater to take the corner, it's their first. Good delivery, keeper doesn't take it well, but there's a foul for a push. Lunin coming out, little tentative with the punch. He wasn't fouled. See exactly who it was who had committed an offence, but the referee saw one somewhere. 5 minutes to play in the opening half at La Romareda, and the goal from Samuel Obeng after 15 minutes giving Oviedo the lead, which for now lifts them well clear of the relegation zone and will be a further dent in Zaragoza's automatic promotion hopes. Is Sangai running onto a loose ball, turning. He's going to shoot. Well, he could have done, but instead he lays it out to the right, and that's a poor cross overhit by Nieto. Bárcenas can't keep it in, and why did Sangai not shoot? He had a couple of opportunities to do so. It opened up for him, but he was reluctant on both occasions. He ended up playing the pass to the right that came to nothing. Vigaray. Ball took a bit of a bobble, but he's able to keep it in and win the throw-in. Rauguti gives it back to Vigaray. Challenge from Bárcenas. More good, organised defending from Oviedo. Rauguti. Well, he's somehow collided awkwardly with the, I think it's Bolaño who's gone down, and that earns a yellow card. It looks as though Rauguti was just trying to make the pass. I think he just got there late. Didn't seem to be anything malicious in it, but he gets the yellow card. It's actually Tejera who's down. Oh, well, that was a complete accident. Very painful, for sure. Maybe he's a little unlucky to get the yellow card there. He could have done nothing about that. He made the pass, it was well blocked by Tejera, and then his momentum took him through, and he landed on the ankle. That's a nasty one for Tejera, but nothing Rauguti could do about it. Hopefully the Oviedo captain will be okay to resume. The good news is he's only got 3 or 4 minutes before half-time, so he can last till then and then get some treatment. I wonder if we'll see that man in the second half, Shinji Kagawa. I'm sure we will if it stays this way. Bárcenas heads inside. Rodri can't make anything of it, but he does win a throw-in under the challenge of Clemente. Bolaño in no particular hurry. Oviedo would be quite happy to just play out the remaining probably 3 or 4 minutes of this first half. 1 minute of normal time. That's whatever's added on. Rodri turning, asking for a free kick, and he's getting it. So a set piece, it's as good as a corner for Oviedo. The Rodri was brought down by Vigaray. No complaints about the decision on the replay. So, Oviedo with another opportunity to put the shaky-looking Zaragoza defence under some pressure. Bárcenas will take it. Cuts it to the edge of the box, and it's fired in by Sangai! 2-0 to Oviedo! Just like they drew it up on the training ground. Everyone crowded in the 6-yard box, except that man, Marco Sangai, who loitered on the edge of the box. Bárcenas delivered it perfectly, and he finished it perfectly. The Zaragoza defence did not read that at all. and Sangai with the finish for his 5th goal of the season. No chance for the goalkeeper, as that shot came through a crowd right into the corner. And what a moment for Jose Angel Thiganda and his coaching team. They'd worked on that, they'd practiced that, they spent time on it and thought, this could be something worthwhile one day. Waited for the right moment to pull it out, and there it was. Absolutely worked to perfection. And what a position Oviedo are in now, and what a hole Zaragoza are in. Added time at the end of the first half. There'll be 4 minutes of it, but this has been a disastrous opening period for the home side. Their season is absolutely falling apart. 3 losses and a draw. 1 point from 4 games at a time where they were supposed to be pushing for automatic promotion. But now they're looking to bite back as a cross comes in from Zapater. Easily cleared. Zaragoza looking to pick up the pace now and pull one back before half-time. Vigaray. Pereira. Finds Raul Guti. Eguaras. Ball is cut out by Luismi, and away goes Sangai, the scorer of the 2nd goal. Carrying it as far as he can away from his own goal. Made pretty good headway, at least getting the ball away deep into the Zaragoza half. Well, Victor Fernandez, the home team manager, has got to be considering serious changes at half-time. For me, Zapater should go off, Pereira should go off, Burgi and Kagawa are meant to come on. That's the changes. It would be no surprise to see him making. You can already see Kagawa there. He's got his shorts on, pretty much ready to come on, it seems. As though he's been given the nod by his manager, get ready. Not quite half-time yet, though. Ball comes in, cleared as far as Raul Guti. Vigaray. We're going to take on Barcenas, who does a really good job defensively. And it's a goal kick. You see again that goal. Great technique from Sangai, because it was dropping from a great height. Kept his eye on it. Struck through the ball. Nobody going out to try and block him. Once they realised he was there, the Zaragoza defence just sort of stood still. The defending has been a mess. And that punt forward from Barcenas falls to a bang, but now will probably be the last action of the half, unless the referee's got a few more seconds. He doesn't. The whistle blows. Half-time at La Romareda, and what a half for Oviedo. That man struck first, Samuel Obeng, and then that man, Marco Sangai, following up. Zaragoza look distraught, heads down, body language is beaten. They've got a long time to turn this one around, but this game and their season is really in danger of getting away from them. They need a reaction, and they need it very fast, because Oviedo are very much in the driving seat here. Goals from Samuel Obeng and Marco Sangai mean that at half-time at La Romareda, it is Zaragoza 0, Oviedo 2. And welcome back to La Romareda. The second half is upon us, and what a second half it should be. Oviedo with the 2-goal lead at the interval, but Zaragoza with absolutely every incentive to give everything to come back. And they've made a change at the break, as expected. Shinji Kagawa is coming on. Maybe not too expected that the man to make way is Raul Guti. Kagawa into the fray, and would imagine it will be a 4-4-2 now, with Kagawa playing off Luis Suarez, Javi Puado and Andre Pereira on the wings. We will see shortly. No, Pereira is off as well, actually, and Burgi is on. And that was another move that could have been expected. So a double swap at the change, at the break, with Burgi onto the wing and Kagawa through the middle. Burgi has gone over to the right, the same position as Pereira, but it's Oviedo coming forward, and a really dangerous break here, and that's going to be a penalty. They've got a penalty. Tejera was brought down by Clemente, and what a nightmare start to the second half for Zaragoza. Oviedo with a chance to not put this game to bed, but surely put themselves in a position that Zaragoza will be looking for a miracle to get out of. Clearly a foul. Tejera with the double step over, moving onto his right foot to shoot, and absolutely no doubt about the decision. Clemente fouled him, and once again, you've got to say, horrific defending from Zaragoza. So it is going to be Rodri with the chance to make it 3-0. What an amazing start to the second half. Can Rodri hold his nerve now against Christian Alvarez? Zaragoza need a hero. Can their goalkeeper pull them out of a hole here? Oh, he's hit the bar! Where's the rebound going to drop? Bounces down for a corner. Alvarez celebrating with a frenzy, but Rodrigo missing the target altogether. Alvarez will claim that he put him off. I'm sure he'd like to take some of the credit, but that is potentially a huge moment in this game. If Zaragoza can come back into it from here, they'll look back on that as a major turning point. And what a let-off. We're waiting for the corner now. I think the referee was just checking there wasn't a handball as the ball bounced down, but now the corner's played in by Barcenas, goes all the way through. And it's going to be a throw-in for Zaragoza. So you lucky lot, Zaragoza should have been 3-0 down by now. But Rodri going for height, which is brave always to send the ball above the dive of the goalkeeper if he goes the right way. And he just got too much height. So can Zaragoza now use that as a springboard? They made the 2 changes at half-time, try to change the game, get Kagawa on, get Burgi on, and work your way back into it. And then within a minute they conceded a penalty, but Rodri has let them off the hook. Let's see what transpires next. What a game. Clemente with a poor pass this time. The youngster looks rattled, comes back to him. And here's Zapater turning. Atienza to Eguaras. Looking to the left wing where Nieto's made a good run. Just about able to control it. Cuts it back for Zapater. Hooked in over the head of Kagawa. Clemente doing well on that occasion to get there. Aguara sends it to Burgi, his first touch. Traversing the field to find Nieto. Zapater, back to Neto. Good block by Sangay, they're both appealing for it. The decision is corner. So Zaragoza looking to grow into the game now. They've been second best today, but there's a long way to go. Burgi has his ball deflected back to him. Here is Kagawa. Now Nieto with the cross, away by Obeng. Eguaras. Cross comes in across the face of goal. And behind for a goal kick. Wayward delivery in the end from Pichu Atienza. Look back at that penalty again. Agonising for Oviedo, who knew that the points would surely have been in the bag if this had gone in a little lower, and they would have been 3-0 up. It wasn't a handball, was it, as the ball bounced down, hit him on the shoulder. Now Zapater, who's a lot more involved in the early minutes of this second half, finding Vigaray, but Bárcenas does well to track back. Bolaño clears. Zapater into the area. Oh, is that going to be a penalty? Kagawa is appealing. It's not given. The appeal goes on, and surely there will be a review here. It's not in the hands of Gorka Sages now. Can we see, was there much contact on Kagawa? Not much. Maybe some, but not much. Was there enough, though? That's not a great angle for us to see. Bolaño tangling with Kagawa, and Bolaño immediately making it clear, get up. He didn't think it was a penalty. Of course he didn't. Neither did the referee, and unless he's now told in his ear, come and have a look at this, it's a goal kick. No, there's not enough contact there, and actually the referee had a pretty good view of it. Kagawa, the experienced veteran, trying to trick the referee there. And the man who's done so much in football, Shinji Kagawa, he's won the English Premier League, he's won the Bundesliga, he's won the Asian Cup with Japan. Fabulous career now, trying to use his experience, you could say, to get a penalty there. Picked up by Bolaño. The most worrying thing for Zaragoza is their defending, as that goes out for a goal kick. Is it? Bolaño thinks the ball went out beforehand for a throw-in. The goal kick's already been taken. And the worrying thing, I'll say, for Zaragoza, even if they manage to score twice, or even three, to get back in this game, which they need, really, because only 3 goals would give them the win to lift them above Huesca into second place. A draw is not really any good for Zaragoza. But even if they get 3, you can't count on their defence not to concede more. But here's a dangerous run, and it's going to fall for Kagawa, is it? No, because tracking back was Sangai, the scorer of the second goal. Diligent in his defensive work there to come back. It just opened up with the run down the wing from Vigaray. I think he was looking for Luis Suarez, but it nearly reached Kagawa. Corner taken short. Kagawa onto his right foot, sends in the cross to the far post. Headed away by Bolaño, and then Luismi, picked up by Luis Suarez. Tries to send it across goal, but an easy clearance for Luismi. Up to the halfway line. 8 minutes played in the second half. There's such tension in this game. Reminder, if Zaragoza do not win, not only do they stay second and Huesca, sorry, they stay third and Huesca stay second, but Cádiz will be promoted mathematically. If Zaragoza do not win, we will have the promotion of Cádiz to the top flight. And at the other end, if Oviedo win, they will move 4 points clear of the drop zone and jump above 4 teams. Clemente. Poirot. Space on the right. The pass comes inside to Burgi, who slipped, but able to still find Vigaray. Cross now, and heading goalwards on target by Zapater, but straight at Lunin, who was able to fall on it gratefully. But they are certainly not holding back here. Zaragoza, they can't. They had 5 men in the middle there, and that cross came in. They've got to go for it. They might as well lose 5-0 as 2-0. Goal difference doesn't matter. They just need to get above Cuesca. They're not mathematically certain of even finishing in the playoffs yet. They should. It would take them to lose every game, and for all the teams below them to basically win all theirs, which is possible. And the way Zaragoza have played in the last few weeks, you wouldn't be surprised if they lost all their games. But really, they can only be thinking about trying to win to get above Cuesca and back in the driving seat for automatic promotion. We saw movement on the bench of Oviedo. Alfredo Ortuño, one player who's going to be coming on, the big striker. He'd love to be on now because he's excellent in the air. So for this kind of delivery, he's dangerous, but they're not going to make the change yet. Tekara will play the free kick in. Bárcenas knocks it down to Sangai. Tekara. Was that a trip? No. Play goes on. Poirot can bring it away for Kagawa. Good pull for Luis Suarez, who's got pace and he'll love to run at the defence. Clips it through. They're asking for a handball, not given. And Luis Suarez might need to be careful here. His reaction could talk himself into the book. Play goes on with Obeng. Now that's going to be a yellow. Easily for Carlos Vigaray, pulling back the shirt of Samuel Obeng. And I wonder if that's going to be his last contribution, Obeng, with Ortuño coming on. It'd be a bold move of Ziganda to go with another striker without bringing Obeng off, unless it's Rodri who's coming off. That's why Suarez was asking for a handball. We're also going to see Borja Sanchez coming on. That'll probably be for Bárcenas. It is indeed Obeng. So, Ortuño, a straight swap in attack for Obeng. The scorer of the opening goal justifying his selection today, only his second start of the season. And Borja Sanchez, the hero of the derby, recently scored the only goal in Gijón. A really good one as well. He also enters. And they're not bringing on Ortuño yet. Just the one for now, maybe. No, it's Rodri is the other one to make way. So the two strikers off. Borja often plays on the wing, so the left wing, may well see him there with Edgar Bárcenas moving into the middle when we move into open play. Slightly scrappy there from Tekara, but Oviedo come away with the ball, and it's Bárcenas finding Borja Sanchez, who sends in the cross, looking for the other substitute, Ortuño. Very, very good in the air. Looks like Ziganda wanted Borja to just keep playing, drive inside with the ball maybe. He's gone on in the middle, so Borja not playing in his usual left wing role, but through the middle. So just two straight swaps in attack. 58 minutes played. Still Oviedo with a 2-0 lead, having missed a penalty as well. Ball down the line, poorly defended by Nieto, and Poirot can send in the cross. Great save! Great save from Lunin, denying Suarez his first sight of goal, and he didn't do much wrong. Nieto did. That was poor defending. Poirot pounced on it, and the shot was a good one from Luis Suarez, but a good stop from Lunin, getting down with his left hand to protect the 2-goal advantage. Now Sangai going down, free kick, as he's fouled by Carlos Nieto. the scorer of the second goal, with an excellent volley from a direct free kick, well worked out by that man, Jose Angel Ciganda. Another look for Ortuño from the free kick. He's going to be the main aerial threat now. And he's almost got in on that, very nearly, just beyond him, and Alvarez able to gather and kick quickly downfield. Header won by Arribas. Ortuño not far away from being able to apply the finishing touch. Bárcenas winning the ball well. Borja lays it off to Sangai. Oviedo look capable of causing problems at the drop of a hat against a porous Zaragoza defend. And it's Bárcenas. Can he muscle through? He might still. And Vigaray is rolling around in agony. Bárcenas putting out a hand in apology, maybe, knowing that he caught the defender. Don't think it was intentional. Well, we couldn't see from that replay, but I think maybe trod on him by mistake, Bárcenas, as he was battling for the ball. This might show us. Yeah, no guilt attached to Bárcenas there, but painful for Vigaray, who's up to continue. Kagawa looking for the pass to Burgi, misplaced. The clearance up to Borja, now Bárcenas, who's done a really good job defensively for his team today, now looking to cause problems at the other end. Slides it through, good ball, Ortuño! Good save by Alvarez, and he is able to fall on the rebound. Again, nearly 3-0, and at the moment, it is Oviedo looking more likely to score the next goal. We had Bárcenas nearly getting in a couple of minutes ago, then Ortuño getting that shot away. Zaragoza looking so vulnerable at the back. They have another substitution prepared, Julian Delmas, who's a defender, and we'll see how that changes things. Bárcenas over to Sangai. Flick inside from Borja, who can run down the line now, but the pass is too heavy from Tejera. And is that going to be the next change? Julian Delmas coming on, and is it going to be a straight swap? It's Vigaray who's replaced, so it would suggest that it is just one right back replacing another. Oh, nicely done by Sangai. On for Borja. Back for Sangai, or Ortuño, take your pick. Another save made by Alvarez, who is a one-man defence at the moment. He must be thinking, can I please get some help? This defending from Zaragoza is shambolic. They were lining up to shoot there. Ortuño took it on in the end. Could have been either of them, with Sangai up there as well. Or Ortuño even could have got out of the way, moved into the middle, and Sangai could have squared it for a tap-in, but it doesn't matter. They'll get another chance in a minute by the look of things. How many chances do they want to finish this off? If they don't win from here, they will kick themselves. Tejera, deep delivery, too deep, straight out for a goal kick. Well, the pace is frantic, has to be, because Zaragoza have just got to keep going for goals. But they are so open at the back. There's a good run by Burgi onto Luis Suarez. Wide for Zapater. Cross is cleared as far as Burgi. Inside from Delmas. Burgi. Delmas, the substitute. Not a very good cross. Arribas heading it away. Bárcenas clears. Atienza under pressure from Ortuño. who just shoved him in the back. Free kick, quickly taken. They're trying to play at a high tempo, Zaragoza. Swung over towards the left for Poirot. Can't get there initially, but then does hold off Nieto to win it back. Poirot. Oviedo looking solid defensively, but there's a foul here for a bit of a tug back on Javi Poirot. "20 minutes of the second half played, and aside from the snapshot from Luis Suarez, well saved by Andrew Lunin, it's been Oviedo who've been looking more dangerous. A missed penalty, a couple of efforts from Ortuño. They have to stay vigilant now, though. Delmas is forward for the free kick, which is going to be taken by Zapater. 6 forward for Zaragoza. Good ball in, bounces down and just wide. I think it was Atienza who was trying to force it over the line. Questionable offside. Looked like it bounced down off Arribas in the end, and probably should be a corner, this one, but yeah, definitely touched the Oviedo player last, and maybe even off his arm. But it came down off his head and maybe almost rolled onto his arm. Nothing he could do to get out of the way of that, so I don't think there's ever any question of a penalty. But they are lucky to get a goal kick. Bolaño. Tejera. Oh, that's a late challenge, and that's going to be a card for Poirot. It's a poor challenge, and it's worth more than a yellow. If there was a card between a yellow and a red, an orange, let's say, I think he would have got one there. Poirot lunging in, nowhere near the ball. Bit of frustration in that, I think. The third Zaragoza player to be booked today. The other two, Bigaray and Raul Guti, are now off the field. Nieto is back on his feet. No yellows yet for Oviedo, which is in a way a sign of the very disciplined game they've played. It's been impressive stuff from the visitors. Very much value for their lead midway through the second half. Goes long up to Suarez, flicked on, Kagawa giving chase. Nieto not wanting to take any risks, hooks it out for a throw-in. Looks like Delmas is winding up a long throw. Maybe that's one of the reasons he was brought on. Arribas is behind it. Delmas controls. Will send in the cross, left-footed, good ball. Arribas with the header. Lunin with the punch, could have caught it. And then Sangai going down, and he was always wanting to go down. And the referee in the end agreeing with him. I thought at first that he wasn't going to give the free kick there. Whistle was quite late, and Sangai always was waiting for contact to go down with. Whereas shoulder charge is allowed, you're allowed to go shoulder to shoulder, but that was more shoulder to back. Hence the whistle being blown. And Oviedo edging their way closer towards 3 valuable points, which will not guarantee their survival, but come pretty darn close. Ortuño flicks on. Cleared away by Clemente, giving Burgi something to chase. And he was just pulled back by Bolaño. Free kick for Zaragoza. Atienza. Kagawa dropping deep. Hasn't really been able to influence things much in this second half. As Nieto now looks to go inside. Sangai doing well. Been a feature of Oviedo's games that the two wingers, Bárcenas and Sangai, have been really good defensively, really diligent. They very much contributed to their team's clean sheet so far. Look how deep Sangai is on the right of midfield. Burgi, well read by Bolaño. Ortuño heavy on the touch. Eguaras gets it back from Luis Suarez. Eguaras turning. 20 minutes to go, plus stoppage time at La Romareda still. Oviedo with the lead and looking comfortable at the moment. Poirot to Delmas. Poirot can turn. Burgi trying to find a way through. Luis Suarez. Nieto fires in the cross. There to clear it was Simone Grippo. It's all just rather hopeful at the moment from Zaragoza. They're trying to force their way through rather than play their way through. Nice turn by Kagawa, and the referee tried to allow advantage as he was clipped as he turned, but there was no advantage, so free kick given. There's the turn. He was just tripped by Sanchez. Now one good delivery from Zapater could be the turning point of this game. If Zaragoza can get a goal now, they've got plenty of time to turn this game around. Oh, it's a poor delivery though from the captain as well, and that's what Victor Fernandez thinks of it. Zapater has been recalled to the team for his experience, but he's not really done much to help the cause, it has to be said. A player who is from Zaragoza, was with the club as a youth, first played for the team in 2004 before going away with a few clubs and then coming back 4 years ago. He barely played this season, and maybe the lack of playing time just telling somewhat. He'll keep trying though. No doubt about the effort of Zaragoza there. Failings are not for lack of trying. Just their confidence has fallen away. They were so close to the big prize of returning to the top flight. Just a fortnight ago it looked inevitable. And then they went into this bizarre free-for-all. It started really with 2-0 loss to Almeria at home. That's when the real nerves set in. They did then manage to win at Extremadura. See how this attack develops. Nieto, good run, great run. The challenge in the end, and then the cleverness of Grippo to convince the referee that he'd been fouled. Maybe just leaving his leg in there to make sure that he was caught by Carlos Nieto. I'm saying this run of Zaragoza, they last won on the 23rd of June, not that long ago. Got a 2-1 victory at Extremadura, and they were looking good, but then came in the derby a 1-0 home loss, late winner for Huesca. And they lost 1-0 at Girona. Then 4-2 at home to Rayo Vallecano, and that was the real shocker. They managed to claw some form back in their last game, a 1-1 draw at Tenerife. But now They're in danger of going 5 games, just 1 point. They'll still be in the automatic promotion race. Whatever happens, even if they lose this one, they'll only be 2 points behind Huesca. But their local rivals will be absolutely delighted with this. Keep themselves in the driving seat, despite their shock loss yesterday. It's not over yet, though. Here's Aguaras, shooting from distance. Never that much conviction in the effort, though. And that will probably take us to the drinks break. The referee's whistle blows for just that. He didn't look comfortable shooting from there, Aguaras. And they all look pretty forlorn, the home players. Victor Fernandez looks beside himself. Come on, boys, what's this? Such an experienced manager who's seen and done everything before, mostly with this club. But that's football. Sometimes even the most experienced of coaches can't find the answers. He's 59 years old. First managed Zaragoza way back in 1991. Had 5 years in charge, then came back for a couple of years in 2006 and returned again late 2018. A man who won the Copa del Rey and the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup with Zaragoza in his first spell. Can't find any answers at the moment. And he's scratching his head. That was a good metaphor there. A visual metaphor for Zaragoza's plight. Oviedo have really picked up since Jose Angel Ziganda was appointed mid-season. He's turned their form around. They've only lost twice since the restart. Winning 3 and drawing 3. And they will feel if they win this one, they will be dead certs to stay up by then winning at home to bottom club Racing Santander on Friday. Now here's another change. It's in goal, where Christian Alvarez is off. And on comes Alvaro Raton. I assume that's an injury. Raton into the action. Here's Ortuño. And the hardest thing for Zaragoza, or one of the hardest things, there are many hard things for them at the moment, is that they know even if they get one, they've still got to get another 2, because a draw does nothing really for them. They'd still be behind Huesca, who have the head-to-head advantage as well. So even drawing level on points with Huesca by the end of the season won't be any good for them. They've got to finish above them. So they need 3 goals in 15 minutes. Del Mas trying to stab it inside. There's a break on for Borja Sanchez. And if Oviedo want more goals, they're going to have chances for them. Maybe even right now. Borja playing it to Bárcenas. He's going to take on the shot, and that's it. What a finish. Oviedo have won this game, and Oviedo are surely staying up. What a fine strike from Bárcenas into the bottom corner on the counter-attack. The goal had been coming, and that also surely means Cádiz are promoted. If Zaragoza don't win this game, Cádiz are up. And Cádiz, there's good news, because Zaragoza are not going to win this game. 3-0 down now. Really well set up by Borja Sanchez and brilliantly finished Bárcenas rifling it into the bottom corner for his 8th goal of the season. What a strike. And Álvaro Raton only just come on. The Zaragoza sub-goalkeeper, his first task was to pick the ball out of the back of the net. And Zaragoza's already fragile confidence has been absolutely destroyed tonight. One more change from them. Miguel Linares is on. Here's Luis Suarez. Well, the old phrase about playing for pride applies now to Zaragoza. And it's pride not just for tonight, it's for the remaining games, because they should still make the playoffs despite the free fall that they've dropped into, and so they need to turn their form around before they reach the playoffs. They might even still make automatic promotion. This league is so crazy, you never know. Oh, going down rather hopefully was Linares, the substitute. No penalty, no real question of a penalty. As the cross comes in, another penalty appeal, this time for handball. Again, referee Gorka Sages not interested. Now the ball up to Burgi on the edge of the box. Nieto for Burgi. Kagawa turning. Run being made by Delmas. Doesn't quite reach him. Header from Bolaño. Delmas opens up space for the cross. Cleared by Arribas. As far as the edge of the area, where it now comes to Clemente to shoot. Luismi is behind it. Almost knocked him out, that one. And the referee's going to check on Arribas, who is down. Pretty sure it was Luismi Sanchez who blocked that shot. And Arribas hurt in another occasion. Oh no, it was Arribas, excuse me. The helmet worn by Luismi and the thick head of hair on Arribas look pretty much the same. That's my excuse. That was the penalty appeal. That was Linares trying to buy a penalty. And this was the goal. Great break from Borja Sanchez, a run not dissimilar to the one that saw him score in the derby. And then the pass for Bárcenas, and thwack. Pick that out. Right into the corner. The net billowing beautifully. Zaragoza are collapsing here. The 2 remaining games are at Albacete. That's their next one, and that'll be a big one because Albacete are fighting against relegation as well. And then they finish at home against Ponferradina. This ball comes in. Cleared away again by Nieto. Out to the edge of the box, and Bárcenas whacks it out. So by league table positions, Zaragoza really should pick up 2 wins from the last 2 games. It might still be enough to get them in the automatic promotion places, but their form is just dreadful. Other than Ponferradina, who they have to play, they're the most out-of-form team in the league. Burgi looking for Luis Suarez, who couldn't take it in his stride. Goes down, didn't bother to turn and even try to ask for a penalty. And I think Zaragoza players know this game is gone. So with a win, Oviedo will move 4 points clear of relegation. Oh, that's a late challenge by Luis Suarez. That's going to get him a booking. Not the first he's seen this season. He is an aggressive player. And he went in a little late there. In fact, it's his 13th booking of the season. So at the bottom of the table, with this winner, Oviedo will go up to 50 points. Below them, Malaga with 49. They have to play tomorrow. Ponferradina and Deportivo La Coruña with 48. Numancia, who won today, with 47. Then Lugo and Albacete in the relegation zone with 46. Albacete play tomorrow as well. They host, they travel to Elche. Malaga also on their travels at Sporting Gijón. So, realistically, with a win on Friday at home against already relegated Racing Santander, that should be enough for Oviedo to stay up. They may well not even need any more points to stay up, depending on all those teams below them. Such a big win for them, this one. As the cross comes in, either gathered by Lunin. And it's just about playing out time now. That third goal killing off the game as a contest. Worked on by Luis Suarez. Kagawa looking for Burgi, who goes for the volley. Nice try, but couldn't make Lunin work. And the visiting goalkeeper has really had very little to do today. There was one important and good save from Luis Suarez when it was 2-0. Had that gone in, it might have changed the game. So he played his part in the victory in that sense. Sebas Cordes is going to come on for the last few minutes for Oviedo. Smiles on the bench, if it can be called a bench, the stand bench. And off comes Marcos Sangai, scorer of the second goal, just before half-time. Excellent volley from a free kick. Training ground routine that worked to perfection. Well, if you're a Cadiz fan, congratulations. It's time to break open the bubbly. Despite a faltering run, including a shock home defeat yesterday when they had chance to seal promotion, Cadiz are going up. The league leaders knew that only a Zaragoza victory tonight would prevent them from sealing their return to the top flight. That has not materialised, so Cadiz with 69 points, top of the pile, are going up. And they've got the remaining 2 games to try and pick up the win they need to make themselves champions as well. It'll be great to have them back in La Liga Santander. And they've been worthy of promotion. They've been top of the pile pretty much all season. So we are going to see Cadiz back in the Spanish top flight. Many congratulations to them. Who will join them, though? No one wants to, it seems. Almeria, Zaragoza and to a lesser extent Huesca, all in shocking form. They've only won between them one of their last 6 games. Almeria have the chance to put that right tomorrow when they host Rayo Vallecano. That'll be a cracker. Almeria with a win there would jump above Zaragoza and be one behind Huesca. But Rayo just outside the playoff positions. Need the points there too, so that'll be a good one to tune into. Even Girona, who just below that group in 5th place, they can't take advantage of the situation around them either. They were winning at Lugo today, and then 90th minute equaliser for Lugo, so they drop points. Six minutes of added time. Can Oviedo get a 4th? Don't put it beyond them. Borja Sanchez, Ortuño turns to shoot. Oh, they have got a 4th! Alfredo Ortuño with the fine left-footed shot. He's better known for his aerial ability, but this is astonishing. Look at that scoreline. Zaragoza 0, Oviedo 4. And yes, Zaragoza were the team chasing automatic promotion, and Oviedo were the team haunted by relegation worries, but you would not have known that tonight. Alvaro Raton beaten inside his near post. May attach some blame to the sub-keeper for that one, but it was hit with a lot of power by Ortuño, who's had a really good season. His 14th goal of the campaign, and the only silver lining for Zaragoza is that there are no fans inside the stadium. If there were, oh dear, they would be getting quite a reaction. And what a task for these Zaragoza players to somehow try and lift themselves now, because they still have got to look forward to, theoretically. Still 3rd in the league. Almost certainly in the playoffs, even if they don't get automatic promotion, which in their current form is looking impossible now. But they'll be nervous if Rayo win that game tomorrow. They will only be 3 points above, dropping out of the playoffs. And glum faces on the Zaragoza bench for a good reason. Victor Fernandez has a lot of thinking to do before his team's next game on Friday. And fascinating to hear his thoughts afterwards. I mean, the obvious answer is, if you think about what they want to change, well, everything. They've been toothless in attack, lacking fluency in midfield, porous at the back, collectively disorganised, just really poor all round. And Oviedo have been focused from word go, even when they took the early lead. I loved their reaction, the celebration to the goal from Samuel Obeng. As I mentioned at the time, there wasn't unrestrained joy in it. They were celebrating with no smiles on their faces, in a sense that they'd started the job and they knew they had to do a lot more to finish it. They've played a very, very focused game tonight, Oviedo, even affording to miss a penalty. Delmas looking for a consolation, they get one. It's Linares who turns it in. So there's something at least for Zaragoza. Miguel Linares forcing it over the line. Lunin beaten. Don't think there was much he could have done about it. Good finish. The keeper was banking on collecting the cross, but it never reached him. There's two substitutes combining. Delmas for Linares. And they sometimes say when a team is trailing at half-time that all you can try to do is win the second half. Zaragoza haven't done that, but they have won injury time, unless they concede again. So there is maybe something, clutching at straws perhaps, but something for Victor Fernandez and his players to feel happy about. They've scored the last goal of the game, unless we get another one in the next 90 seconds. Burgi, Luis Suarez trying to go through, goes down. He committed the foul. Oh, they've given a penalty? Oh, well, that seems very strange. He wasn't even appealing. If anything, for me, it was Luis Suarez made the foul, and I think he's accepting it. The Oviedo players say, that wasn't a foul, and he goes, yeah, I know. He's fouled. He has made the foul there, Luis Suarez. And if anything, he was worried about getting another yellow card because he's already been booked. Well, it'll be being looked at, but I don't see how that can be a penalty. Seeing that Luis Suarez brought down Juanjo Nieto from behind. Unless the referee ruling that Nieto just ran in front of him with no intention of getting the ball. That's the only interpretation I can think of that would result in a penalty. The referee telling Looney to get back on his line and wait for the penalty. How can that be a penalty? I don't understand that for a second, but good job it doesn't matter. Good job Oviedo already 4-1 up. Kagawa's going to take it. It looks like it's still going to be a penalty somehow. Maybe the VAR machine's broken. Anyway, Kagawa steps up and rolls it in. No celebrations because it doesn't mean much. They're still going to lose the game. Might even be the last kick of the game, but rolled in by Kagawa. Lunin obviously hoping he was going for the Panenka down the middle. A somewhat strange penalty decision that stands. And Zaragoza have got a second goal in injury time. It's a crazy game. And that was indeed the last meaningful kick of the game, because there is the final whistle and the end of a wonderful evening for Oviedo, who are close to safety now with a good run of form. Zaragoza's tailspin continues. Their automatic promotion hopes now hanging by a thread. And congratulations again to Cádiz, promoted to La Liga Santander. We'll see them in the top flight next season. Will we see Zaragoza? Not by the look of it. They've got to turn things around in the next few days. Oviedo will almost certainly be back in La Liga Smart Bank next season thanks to this victory. A commanding one despite the late goals from Zaragoza in stoppage time. Oviedo very, very much worthy winners as it finishes here at La Romareda. Zaragoza 2, Oviedo 4. Buenas noches.
Vamos a hablar con Marco Sangali, dándole la enhorabuena por el gran partido que ha realizado el Real Oviedo. Que Marco, entera no, porque todavía quedan por jugarse 6 puntos, pero es media permanencia.
Bueno, desde luego que era un partido vital para nosotros, creo que lo hemos encarado de esa manera. Hemos logrado esos 50 puntos, tenemos el viernes otra final contra el Racing, llevamos un año que nos está costando y bueno, creo que tenemos que cerrarlo el viernes en nuestra casa y bueno, tenemos que cerrarlo cuanto antes, desde luego.
Explícanos cómo ha sido tu gol, porque esa jugada tenía pinta de estar ensayadísima. La habéis hecho en los entrenamientos más de una vez, ¿no?
Bueno, al final nosotros tenemos diferentes opciones y bueno, sabemos que he dejado uno el rechace y he visto las dos anteriores que podía arrastrar Joel y bueno, la próxima ha sacado Joel, ha arrastrado Tejera y me ha caído allí, ya tuve alguna más así y esta Dios quiso que fuera dentro y así fue.
Una de las claves de la mejoría del Real Oviedo, por ejemplo, lo hemos visto hoy, es la solidaridad que tenéis jugadores como tú o como Joel Bárcenas ayudando constantemente a los laterales.
Sí, a ver, diría solidaridad de todo el equipo, ¿no? Creo que somos un equipo que tiene claro lo que tenemos que hacer, sabemos que no está en buena dinámica y sin el trabajo colectivo ese yo creo que es imposible obtener estos resultados. Así que bueno, yo creo que agradecer el esfuerzo de todos los compañeros y bueno, celebrar un poco la victoria hoy.
Enhorabuena, gracias.
Vale, muchas gracias a vosotros.